Ella here again. So I've been talking to so many people how about through these really stressful changing times, these challenging times, how much fear, anxiety and overwhelm is rising. So this activity might seem a little bit strange to start, but I'm going to invite you to get a pen and paper and literally write down every fear, every worry, every doubt that is coming to you and through you at this moment in time. There's an activity that I do with one-on-one clients called a fear named is a fear tamed. What happens is that we can try and often stay busy to avoid all this noise of the fears that are coming up. However, once you name your fears, once you're aware of what they are, you can then set a plan in place for anything that you can tackle, for any tools and tasks that you can do. And then for some of them, it might just be simply acknowledging them and letting them go. 60 to 70% of an emotion starts to dissipate the moment you acknowledge it. If you sit with it for 60 to 90 seconds, all of the stress and tension from that fear releases from your nervous system. We are going outside of our norms at this moment in time, which means we're living outside of our comfort zone. I see our comfort zone as this little circle. And then when we go outside of it, there's fear, there's doubt, there's anxiety, there's worry. We are living in times at this moment where there is so much change going on. We're having to shift our lifestyles. We're having to look at our habits, our actions. We're kind of in this place that we could never have imagined before. When I went down to the beach yesterday and just went for a walk to see the whole of Bondi Beach with not a soul on it, even the surfers got asked to leave, it's this realization that, wow, I had no idea that we could live in a moment in time where our actions, our choices could be totally controlled, but for very good reason as well. So go in deep in terms of journaling. What are the fears that are coming up for you? And if it feels right and appropriate, when you get home, talk to your loved ones, your children, your kids. Ask them to share what's coming up through this. And you sharing is a beautiful role modeling to let the next generation know and those around you it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to have fears at this moment in time, but together we are stronger. And knowing and naming the fears, looking at solutions, if it's financial fears and worries, putting some strategies into place in terms of how can you peel back on certain things? How can you make sure that you are limiting spending at this moment in time? When we know the fears, we can look at practical actions, but also acknowledging it within you helps to release the excess stress and tension that's coming from it. You'll remember, if you've watched it, if you haven't watched it yet, go back to it. The previous video I was talking about how to have a calm, centered nervous system, knowing that no negative thoughts can exist. So I'd invite you to go back and look at that one. There's going to be so many more tips, but remembering in this moment in time, you are loved, supported, and there are so many opportunities to support yourself from the inside out, to raise your resilience, to elevate your mood and mindset, to go through this with greater levels of ease and grace. Just sending you so much love and compassion at this moment in time. And please feel free to reach out if you have any questions.